Sam Casline. Welcome to South Acres. Tonight we're here for the best out of 5 between Barcombs and Nadims. The lineup for Barcombs tonight will be Chris O'Connor. In right field, Dave Hawksby, right center. Randy Barcomb, left center. Denny Laporte. Be first base. Keith Spittler, third base. Pete Harrigan will be the extra player. Jeff Fassino, left field. Jim Barcomb behind the plate. Joe Tremblay pitching. Dennis Lavard, shortstop, and Tom Renane, second base. For Nadims, we got Joe Spooner doing the pitching tonight. Dave Gwinnett, third base. Roy Eversole, left field. Steve Chris, first base. Randy Eversole, shortstop. Paul LeClaire, right center. Butch Bouye catching. Scott Bouye, second base. Mike Gwinnett, center field. And Ken Gadway, right field. Joe Spooner will lead things off for Nadims. He's the pitcher. Strike one. Trombley delivers. Little deep, 1-1 to count on Spooner. Spooner sails first, hit out into center. Spooner will be on with a single. This will bring up Dave Gwinnett, the third baseman.
That's you, baby.
Strike one. It's in there. This must be a ball. Ball 1-1 to count. Little bouncer foul down the third base line. Strike two. 1-2 and one up. Loops a base hit into left. Fassino scoops it up. Then runners a hole first and second. This will bring up Roy Ebersol.
Come on, Roy. You my good side? Do you have a good side?
Ebersol's the left fielder, with Steve Chris, the first baseman, on deck batting cleanup. Ebersol takes one a little deep. First and second, nobody out. We're in the top of the first. Strike. Hits one deep. Fassino going out and makes the grab. Throw into third. Spooner will be safe. With runners second and third, one out, and the cleanup batter, Steve Chris.
Come on,
Trombley delivers to Chris. Bouncer. Flings over to first in time for the force. For the out at first. Runners will have to hold. Spittler held the ball a second. Held Spooner there. This will bring up Randy Ebersol, the shortstop, with 2 outs and runners second and third. Trombley delivers. Strike one. Paul LeClaire on deck. Little deep, 1-1 to count. Ball 2. Sliced out into center for a base hit. Gets by Hawksby. 2 runs will score. And Ebersol's on with a triple. So bring up Paul LeClaire. LeClaire is the right center fielder. So Nadims pick up 2 runs with 2 outs. A little short, ball 1. Cool. Chopper. Everybody's safe. Nadims pick up their third run. This will bring up Butch Bouye, the catcher, with Scott Bouye on deck. Well, Nadims pick up 3. Strike 1. One and one. Illegal pitch. A little too much arc. 3-1 the count on Bouye. Leclerc on first. Full count on Butch Bouye. Base hit. Passano scoops up. Leclerc on second, Bouye on first, and the second baseman, Scott Bouye. Bouye gets one in there. Spittler unable to hang on to it. Runners are safe. This brings up the center fielder, Mike Wanup, with Ken Gadway on deck. Little bouncer. So his second. He got him on the tag. After 1, Nadims pick up 3. Barcombs are coming to bat. Bottom of the first. Nadims at 4 runs rather. Spooner delivers. Chris O'Connor, the batter, gets it over to Chris, 1 away. Bring up Dale Hawksby. Dale's playing right center tonight. Randy Barcomb on deck. Strike 1 to Hawksby. Ball. 1-1 to count on Hawksby. Hawksby drops one out into right center for a base hit. He'll be on with a single. This will bring up Randy Barcomb, the left center fielder, with Denny Laporte, cleanup batter, on deck. Strike 1 to Barcomb. Barcomb hits one deep to left. Grabbed by the left fielder, and Hawksby will have to hold on first. Oh, the ball gets away from Spooner. Hawksby moves down to second. Brings up Denny Laporte with 2 outs and a runner on second. Strike 1 to Laporte. Laporte hits a towering hit. He'll go back to the fence, but Ebersol's there for the grab. After 1, it's Nadims 4 and Barcomb's 0. Top of the second, Ken Gadway leads things off for Nadims. He's the last batter in the batting order. Strombley delivers. Gadway bounces it over. Picked up fire to Laporte, 1 away. Labarge to Laporte. This will bring up the top of the batting order, Joe Spooner, the pitcher. Trombley delivers to Spooner. Spooner over to Labarge, bobbles for a second, fires, didn't fire in first, no time for the play. Well, Spooner's on. And Dave Gunnop, the third baseman, steps in with Roy Eversole, the left fielder, on deck. Hit to center. Barcomb giving chase and squeezes it for the out. Spooner will have to hold. One away. 2 outs, rather. And Roy Eversole, the batter.
Come on now. Come on. Come on, Roy.
Ball 1 to Eversole. Ball 2. Ball 3. Strike, 3-1. Eversole hits one. Barcomb moves over a few feet and squeezes it for the out. After 1.5, it's Nadim's 4 and Barcomb's 0. Third baseman Keith Spittler leads things off in the top of the second for Barcomb. He looks at strike 1. Harrigan, Faceto, and Jim Barcomb do up next. Spittler bounces back to Spooner, throws over to first, 1 away. Pete Harrigan. Harrigan's the extra player tonight. Strike, just catches the edge of the mat. Ball a little inside. 1-1 to count on Harrigan. Strike 2, 1-2. Faceto on deck. Little bouncer, being there for a base hit. Jeff Passano, the batter. Left fielder.
Come on now. Come on, Pazzi.
Hit high. Gadway calling for it, squeezes it for the out. Harrigan will have to hold on first. Brings up the catcher, Jim Barcomb. 2 away.
Come on, Jimmy. Go down, go down. In a step. Come on, Jimmy. Look around, Jimmy. Look around. Nice hit.
Strike 1 to Barcomb.
There you go, Joey. There you go, Joey.
1-1.
Come on, Joey. There you go, Joey. There you go. No. Yeah.
Strike 2. Just catches the front of the plate. Barcomb hits one out to center and it's squeezed for the third out. After we've played 2 and it's 4-0. Nadine's lead. First baseman and cleanup batter, Steve Chris, takes the first pitch and lines it to Spittler for the first out. This brings up Randy Eversole, the shortstop, with Paul LeClaire on deck. Trombley delivers. Strike 1. Eversole drops one in center for a base hit. Barcomb scoops it up, fires back into second. And Eversole will hold what a single. And this will bring up Paul LeClaire with Butch Bouye on deck. Bouye lines it over to Passano for the second out. LeClaire coming into second. He'll be in there safe. Butch Bouye, Scott Bouye to follow.
Hey, Mike. Mike, be sure to hold him here. Come on, Butch. Two, buddy. Go, come on. Let's get that.
Little bouncer, Murnane over to Laporte. 3 away. We've played 2.5, and it's still Nadim 4 and Barcomb 0.
Go, Joey.
Pitcher Joe Trombley leads things off in Barcomb's half of the third. He looks at strike one. Barcomb's in need of a few runs. Trombley hits one deep to center. LeClaire making the call and grabs it. 1 away. So bring up the shortstop, Dennis Labarge. With Tom Murnane on deck, second baseman. Labarge drives one out to Gadway for the second out. Tom Murnane, second baseman. Got to step up with 2 outs in the bottom of the third and still no runs.
Back up, Scott. Back up. There you go.
Strike one to Murnane. Top of the batting order, you up next. Just off Spooner's glove. Bouye picks up, fires to first in time. We've played 3 complete, and it's 4-0 Nadim's lead. Mike Chris, the batter. Hits one to Murnane. Bobbles it for a second, throws over to Laporte. Safe. Chris replaced Scott Bouye in the batting order. This will bring up Mike Guanup. So Chris is on, and Guanup is batting. He hits one to Passano. Passano under it and grabs it for the out. Chris will hold on first. This will bring up Ken Gadway, the right fielder. 1 out and 1 on, top of the fourth. Pops it up and it'll go out into the parking lot. Foul ball, strike one. Ball, 1-1. Ball 2. Short. Ball 3. 3-1 on Gadway. Joe Spooner on deck. Ball 4. I'll put runners first and second and 1 out. Excuse me, 1 out. This will bring up Joe Spooner, the pitcher.
Come on, Joey.
Almost went for it, ball 1. One and 1.
Hey, if you gotta get dirty, get dirty.
2-1 the count on Spooner. Three and 1. Dave going up on deck. Full count. Hit to center. Barcomb giving chase. They collide out there and the ball drops. Chris will score. Gadway will score. That makes it 6. As Spooner ends up on third. 6-0. Dave Guanup, what Roy Eversole on deck, still 1 out. Spooner on third. Hit down on the third base line, foul, strike one. Pitch to Guanup. Barcomb grabs it. The throw home, not in time. Spooner picks up 7th run for Nadim's. They now lead 7-0. 2-away, and Roy Eversole the batter.
Come on, Roy. Come on, Roy. Come on, Roy. Keep it going, Roy.
Eversole drops himself a base hit into right center. Hawksby. Eversole fires it in. Eversole's going to end up on third. So bring up Steve Chris, the cleanup batter. 2 outs.
Let's score. Come on, Steve Chris. Roy, 2 down.
Chris over to Spittler for the 3rd out. After 3.5, it's Nadim 6 and Barcomb 0. Chris O'Connor leads things off for Barcomb's in the bottom of the 4th. It's 7-0 to score. I think I said 6. It's 1 out to Gadway. He don't even have to move. He squeezes it for the 1st out. Dale Hawksby will step in the bottom of the 4th. It's the top of the batting order. O'Connor was the leadoff man. Hawksby and Randy Barcomb to follow, then Denny Laporte. Hawksby comes in for it, drops it in for a base hit. He'll hold with a single. So bring up Randy Barcomb. Barcomb drops one in for a base hit. Output runners 1st and 2nd. And the man who can put it over the fence, the first baseman, Denny Laporte, steps in. I believe Laporte had 2 the other night. In the 2nd game against... can't remember the moment who they played. Laporte sends one deep. Back to the fence. Leclerc unable to hang on to it. Hawksby pours on the speed and he picks up the 1st run for Barcomb. It's now a 7-1 game.
1 down, guys. 1 down. 1 down. Come on. Pick me up, Pete. Take your action there. 1 down, guys. 1 down.
Keith Spittler, the 3rd baseman. With runners 1st and 2nd. And 1 run in and 1 out. Spittler looks at strike 1. Thought about it, and it's strike 2. Pete Harrigan on deck. Going foul. Grabs it for the 2nd out. Runners hold. Pete Harrigan, who got himself a base at his 1st time up. We're in the bottom of the 4th. It's 7-1. Nadim's over Barcomb's. 2 outs and runners on 2nd and 1st. Laporte on 1st. Randy Barcomb on 2nd. Harrigan drops one in for a base hit. Barcomb will score and make it a 7-2 ball game. Laporte holds on 2nd. And Harrigan with his 2nd single of the inning on 1st. Jeff Passano, the left fielder. Little bouncer, Bouye scoops it up, fires to 1st in time for the 3rd out. After 4, it's 7-2, Nadim's lead. Top of the 5th, Randy Ebersol leads things off. He's the shortstop. His team leading 7-2. He lifts one high. Passano going back to the fence and makes the grab. One away. Brings up Paul LeClaire, the right center fielder. Trombley delivers to LeClaire. Drops it in left field for a base hit. Passano scoops it up, fires in to Labarge, and he'll hold with a single. Butch Bouye, the catcher. One out, one on, top of the fifth. Strike one to Bouye. Bouye loops one into left. Runners will hold first and second. And Scott Bouye steps in, the second baseman. With Mike one up on deck. One out and two on. Bouye gets one underneath Mernan's hand, glove, and bases are loaded. For Mike Guanup. Strike one. Guanup sends Passano back a few steps, and Passano squeezes it. LeClaire will score, make it an 8-2 ball game. Two away. And it'll bring up the last man in the batting order, Ken Gadway, the right fielder.
Kenny, come on! Step first. Watch him. Come on, Kenny.
Ball one to Gadway. Deep, ball two.
Keep talking to him, Randy. Let him know.
Two outs, two on. 8-2 the score. Strike. Lifted high. Passano coming in and grabs it for the third out. After 4.5, it's Nadim's 8 and Barcomb's 2. Bottom of the fifth, Jim Barcomb leads off. Strike one to Barcomb. 8-2 is our score. Nadim's with the lead. Strike two to Barcomb. Barcomb loops one behind third. And is squeezed for the out. One away. Pitcher Joe Trombley. Dennis Labarge on deck. Trombley loops one into center for a base hit. He'll be on with a single. Dennis Labarge, the batter. Labarge is a shortstop tonight. Scoops it up, Spooner comes in and squeezes it for the out. Two away. Tom Murnane, the second baseman.
Come on, Joey. Nice pitch. There you go.
Ball 1. I think it was illegal. Two and 0 the count. Strike, 2-1. Renane loops one out to the left. And it's out number 3. We've played 5 and it's 8-2, Nadim's lead. Top of the 6th, Joe Spooner leads off. Gets it over to Renane. Renane fires over to Laporte, 1 away. Dave Gwinnett, the batter, third baseman. Strike 1, I think. Or there might have been a little bit too much arc on it. That one was a strike. 1-1 the count. And Gwinnett. Roy Ebersol on deck. Passano backing up and makes the grab. 2 away. Roy Ebersol, the left fielder. And the next batter, I don't know who he is. He's replaced Mike Chris on first.
Come on, Roy. We don't die now. Pick me up, Roy. Pick me up.
Little deep, ball 1 to Ebersol. Deep, ball 2.
Come on, Roy.
Strike, 2-1. Ball 3, 3-1. Barcomb going back and makes it for the 3rd out. After 5.5, it's Nadim's 8 and Barcomb's 2. Bottom of the 6th, Chris O'Connor leads things off for Barcomb's. Their team down by 6. O'Connor gets one through. He'll be on with a single. So Chris O'Connor leads things off for Barcomb's with a single. That'll bring up Dale Hawksby, the right center fielder tonight. Barcomb's usually not in the trailing end of the ball game. They only had 3 losses this season. Hawksby, oh, Spooner caught that one right in the face. Fires into second. Got O'Connor on the force.
Really good play, Joey Spooner. Good play.
Spooner took a hard way to stop it. Appears to be okay.
One hit at a time. Come on, take the next guy here. Come on.
Brings up Randy Barcomb, the left center fielder. Barcomb bounces one down. Throw over to Bouye. They got the force. 2 away.
Come on, Jenny.
Nice play by shortstop Randy Ebersol. Denny Laporte, who sent it back to the fences last time, up steps in. Takes the first one, ball 1. Barcomb on first, 2 outs. Butch Bouye wants a little talk with Joe Spooner. A little short. Laporte went in for it, but let it go by. Hits one high. Gadaway under it and grabs it for the 3rd out. After 6, it's 8-2, Nadim's lead. Top of the 2nd. Carrigan up the batter. He replaces Steve Chris on first. Nadim's leading 8-2 over Barcomb's. Trombley with the delivery. Short, ball 1. Randy Ebersol on deck, the shortstop. Strike, 1-1. Little bouncer to Spittler. Spittler picks up, fires over to Laporte, 1 away. Randy Ebersol with Paul LeClaire on deck.
Come on, Randy. Come on, Randy. Come on, Randy, now. Come on, Randy. Come on, Randy. Go, Randy. Find a hole out.
Strike 1 to Ebersol. Little bouncer. Labarge. To Laporte. 2 away. Paul LeClaire, the right center fielder. Trombley delivers. Just misses, ball 1. Spittler squeezes it for the 3rd out. We'll move to the bottom of the 7th with Barcomb needing 6 to tie and 7 to win. Bottom of the 6th, number 5, 6, and 7 in the batting order. Keith Spittler leads things off. Sends one back to the fence. And Ebersol there for the grab. 1 away. Pete Harrigan, the extra player. Barcomb's 2 outs from a defeat. Unable to come up with those base hits tonight. Spooner delivers. And Harrigan's on for a 3rd time tonight. His 3rd single. Jeff Bassino, the left fielder. With Jim Barcomb, the catcher, on deck, and Joe Trombley to follow. This is the best out of 5. Strike 1 to Bassino. Bassino hoops one into right. He'll be on with a base hit. Ball gets away from Gadway. And Harrigan will hold on second. Bassino on first. And the catcher, Jim Barcomb, will step up.
One down, you guys. Come on. Hey, right there.
Strike 1 to Barcomb. Little pop-up. Ebersol goes back, grabs it for the 2nd out. Last hope for Barcomb's tonight is Joe Trombley, the pitcher. Two away. Trombley loops one into center for a base hit. Harrigan will score. And it's an 8-3 ball game. Shortstop Dennis Labarge. Ball 1 to Labarge. Tom Murnane, the second baseman, on deck. Labarge hits one deep. Gadway going back and grabs it for the 3rd out. So Nadim's will defeat Barcomb's tonight, 8-3, in the best out of 5, taking the first game. Final score, Nadim's 8, Barcomb's 3.